Many of us stress about finding the perfect job that incorporates all of our passions, values and aspirations. However, most of us probably don't realize how many times a person will switch jobs throughout their lifetime. The Bureau of Labor Statistics published a study from 2015 that looked at the number of jobs a person held between the ages of 18 and 50. It turns out that the average person has 12 jobs, and this is during a span of 32 years, which means that the number is probably higher for a person's entire lifetime. This number may be higher than imagined, but switching jobs due to better pay, benefits, company culture and location are extremely common. No matter how many jobs a person holds, focus on growth and development more than the number of jobs held. Are you frustrated? Are you feeling that you are stuck? Especially in a time like this where you feel that it is impossible to get another job, this teaching will help you see it differently. Start with the end in mind and you will know where you are going. If you get to a point where you feel, I'm done with life and you're still at a certain age, then the dream was not big enough. Think of your current job as a sponsor and not your enemy. If you are new to this channel, please make sure that you subscribe and also make sure that you hit the notification button so that whenever we upload something that you are up to date with what we have to share with you. Enjoy the video and we hope that you get motivated. So the first one that I want us to look at is self-assess. How to assess yourself. How to assess yourself. In other words, how bad do you want it? Is it something that you hope will just fall into your lap, or is it something that you will fight for? How bad do you want it? So that's when you assess yourself and see that, is this really what I want, and is it just a dream? Is it just something that I see in the future? Is it just something that I hope to happen, or are you willing to make it happen? So under that one, remember, how bad do you want it? Under the same point, self-assess, start with the end in mind and you will know where you are going. Very simple. If you stand up from your chair and you walk to, like you just decide to walk around the house, you will just have a random walk if you don't have the end in mind. If you have the end in mind, you will walk straight to that place and come back. And this is an example that I always make, and this is the same thing that we need to have as young adults, as people that are looking forward to what you want to become. You need to start with the end in mind, and because of that, you will be able to know where you are going. The last one under self-assessment is, if you know what you want, you will never lose direction. This goes hand in hand with point number 2, or let me say 1.2. It says, if you know what you want, you will never lose direction. Make sure that you understand what you want to become, what you want to do. If you know what you want, you will never lose direction. So important to understand that one. Number 2, this is now number 2 of the 5. Number 2 says set specific goals and deadlines. Specific goals and deadlines. It simply means that set goals beyond your reach so that you always have something to live for. It also reminds me of something that I saw on the internet that said that if you can handle your dream, then it's not big enough, and all that, something that goes with it. And when I realized this, when I learned about this line, set your goals beyond your reach so that you always have something to look forward to. So it should be something so big that you don't know how you're going to do it, but the fact that you want to keep on living, you want to feel that you are alive, allow it to be bigger than you. But if you get to a point, I don't want to get ahead of myself, it's something I want to mention now, but if you get to a point where you feel, I'm done with life and you're still at a certain age, then the dream was not big enough. The second one under set specific goals and deadlines is, a goal without a timeline is just a dream, but the moment you put a deadline on your dream, it becomes a goal. A goal without a timeline. If you're not sure when you're gonna stop and stop dragging your feet and just feel that, as we're coming back to the first point, I hope it just comes my way. I hope this is gonna happen, without you knowing how bad you want it, and you just feel that maybe it's gonna happen. If it's not happening, maybe God doesn't want me to do it. He doesn't want me to have it, and all that. And those are the things that are going through our minds. But listen, a goal without a timeline. If you don't have a timeline, a specific deadline on your goal, it is just a dream. It's gonna remain a dream. But I want to encourage you right now that, but the moment you put the deadline on your dream, it becomes a goal. You understand? It becomes a goal. The last one under number 2 says, setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. If you set a goal, it just means that whatever is invisible, remember, everything that you see around you, everything that you use, wherever you sit, wherever you stand, every table that you've been sitting at and in your life and all that, was first in the mind. So this is what this line is actually trying to explain to us, that everything that you put a deadline on, I want to do this and finish this by this time. It basically means that you bring the invisible into the visible. So now people can see what you've been talking about, what you have been, you talk about something and it sounds like somebody else's, but the moment you started, because you have your own fingerprint and God created you differently and unique, now people will understand, oh, this is what he's trying to do. And this is what it basically says. So the moment you set goals, the reason why you need to set goals is because you turn the invisible into visibility, so that people can start seeing and start believing in what you're doing. Number 3, prioritize. Make sure that you know what comes first. Number 1, under 3. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule. The key is not to prioritize what you have on your schedule, but it is to schedule your priorities. Schedule your priorities. Know what comes first. You understand? Don't waste time in something that does not produce anything in your life or towards what you want to do. Because remember, we are on a topic where you have a full-time job, and you still want to follow your career or your dream. Né? So when you prioritize, you need to make sure that I'm not going to waste my time on this thing. Whenever I have a moment, I need to do something that can help me leave my full-time job so I can start this side. You get what I'm saying? 3.2. It's not about having time, it's about making time. It's not about saying, you know what, I knock off so late, and the transport, and Joburg transport, the traffic and all that. And sometimes your job can be in such a way that it's tiring. It's really taking a lot of your energy. But if you want it, remember, how bad do you want it? So when you want to prioritize, you need to also look at the fact that it's not about having time, but it is about making time. You understand? The last one under number 3 says, become more aware of what's really worth your energy. I love this one. It says, become more aware of what's really worth your energy. What is worth your energy? I said earlier, you wasting your time on other things that might be good and cool, and you're trying to be there for some people and all that. I'm not saying write people off. I'm not saying don't spend time when you have to. Prioritize. Priority just means that you don't leave some things. You just start with the important ones, as I said, because you're working towards a dream here. You're working towards something, something should happen, because you don't want to do what you do for the rest of your life. Amen? So that's basically it. Become more aware of what's really worth your energy. Become aware. Become aware. Make sure that you understand it. Now, number 4 says, number 4, not 4. Number 4 says, give up the I made it myth. Give up the I made it. Mama, I made it. Casper has a song that says, Mama, I made it. You understand? Give up the I made it. Maybe for a short-term goal, it's fine. But don't say, I'm fine. I'm there. I have it now. And I've seen that with a lot of young people that started, especially jobs in government, where you have all the, the benefits and all the nice things that you feel like, I'm going to work for my retirement and all that. You don't have to leave that job, but it also doesn't mean that your dream needs to die. I know of people that became photographers and whatever they were doing, they tried to prioritize. They tried to make sure that it's not just an extra income, but it's my passion. I'm creative. I didn't know I can be creative. You understand? So when you get the job, it should be on number 5. We'll talk about that. It should be something that helps you with your dream. You understand? So make sure that you get rid of that mentality of I made it. Under number 4 is stop when you are done and not when you are tired. You understand? Because the moment you stop when you are tired, it means that you feel that I'm there now. I made it. I owe a lot of people a lot of money, but at least I have the car, I have the house, I have this, I have that, and I take my family on a vacation every now and then and all that. There is more to life than that. So stop when you are done, not when you are tired. And we never know when we are done, because that's how when God uses you, you can never stop. Get to a point where you say, I'm now done, I'm fine. You understand? Or I'm tired, I can't do it anymore. You need to stop when you are done. And in most cases, your done is 6 feet under. You understand? That's how I see life. We cannot have the mentality of I just want to work until 65 and retire. Retirement is not in the Bible. Retirement does not exist. It's what we created, and it messed up our mentalities as human beings, because have you seen a lot of people that are healthy until 60, 65 or so, or 50 or 60 years, and the moment they retire, they start getting sick, and they hospital in and out, and 3-4 years later they die. And there's a lot that still live, but it's those that told themselves, I want to retire, but I want to continue living. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to support my statement by saying there is no such thing as retirement. It will mess up your mindset. You don't have to. The thing is, retirement only comes in if you do something that you don't want to do. Then you look forward to retirement. But if it's something that you love doing, you will do it until you are done and not when you're tired. Number 5 says, think of your current job as a sponsor and not your enemy. Think of your current job as a sponsor and not your enemy. Opportunities increase when you help others win. My attitude towards a workplace changed the moment, like a few years ago, the moment I realized that I need to treat my boss as my partner. We are exchanging I'm exchanging my hours for a salary. So and that salary, I need that salary because I need to fund my dream. That's how I started. That's how I left all the comfortable, nice jobs that I used to have and big monies and all that, because I realized that it's not about how much money you make, but it's basically about setting a goal and saying that I want to do this, I want to pursue this, and all that. I will make another video where I talk about my testimony and everything. I want to pursue this and all that, but I need to make sure that I don't get angry when I look at my boss. I don't get angry when I go to work. When I feel look at my time in the morning, I'm like, this is the way I teach. You understand? And we all have those moments. But I want to change your mindset right now. If you ever had that moment and you're wondering where it comes from, why do you feel the way you feel? It's because you treat your current job as your enemy. It's not standing in your way. It's part of what you're supposed to learn in life. There's a lot of skills that you need to learn in this job that you are in, so that God can use some of those skills when you go to your own business, or when you start your own career, or you go work for an acting company that you want to work for, TV and celebrities level things that you want to do, photography, golf, whatever you want to do, sports, whatever you want to do. It's never too late. What I'm just saying is, do not treat your current job like an enemy. It's supposed to fund your dream. That's why it says that opportunities increase. Opportunities increase when you help others win. You understand that? That's a biblical principle as well. And it also says that a little win for a partner, a little win for your boss, obviously, it's going to make you win. Nah? So never do your work like in, I'm so tired of this, I don't want to do this anymore. If your boss is not around, make sure that you act like a partner. And you tell people, or you see something wrong, you stop it, or you don't just walk away and say, I'm on lunch, I'm not going to care about this anymore. Your attitude will not take you anywhere. Do you understand? God looks at our attitude where we are, and He sees that you're not right yet, you're not okay yet for the next position that He's getting ready for you to go, so you can grow financially, so you can grow in your skill as well. So when the moment He sees your attitude, remember the statement about your attitude determines your altitude. So if your attitude is not right on this level, it is impossible for you to, like, I can't give a grade R something that a grade 5 should do. Let me stop right there before I go too long on it. Do you understand? You get it? The second one under number 5 says, mentors give you perspective, but sponsors give you opportunities. Mentors, you have somebody that speaks to you about life. You have somebody that encourages you. You have somebody that motivates you. You have people that you see on YouTube and on TBN and on TV, and you have your celebrities that speak to you in many ways. But the people that invest in your life are the people that gives you opportunities. Denzel Washington's video clip that you love so much, Stevie Wonder, what's his name? Steve Harvey. Why did I say Stevie Wonder? Steve Harvey will have a lot of motivational speaking, but that will just change your perspective. But your sponsor, the person that gives you money, whether you work for it or not, that person sponsors you. When they give you another opportunity to do it, the practical part of it. So it's good to have both sides balanced. Don't just go angry to work and you treat people bad, and lunchtime you want to smile when Steve Harvey talks about motivational things, and then you go back again and you're like, I don't want to be here. Steve Harvey says I should be a millionaire. Get your thinking right. Get your thinking right. Amen? And we're closing with this one. Make your sponsor proud. Make your sponsor proud. Are you a student still studying? Make your sponsor proud. Your parents are struggling to pay those fees. Make your sponsor proud. Are you working at a place and you're working hard, and your boss sees or your manager sees what you're doing, and the moment you resign there 2-3 years later, you come back with your life different and all that, obviously they're going to be proud of you and say, he used to work here, she used to work here. Can you believe it? That's what you should do. Make your sponsor proud. And the ultimate sponsor in our lives is our God, our Savior, Jesus Christ, that gave us life and life in abundance. And we need to understand that we need to make our sponsors proud, because we're not put here for ourselves. We're not just put here because we need to look good, but we were put here because there was a problem and we were born with a solution. God bless you.